Hey guys, back here with a quick impressions video on a game that I beat recently, and that game is Adventure Time. Hey Ice King, why do you steal our garbage? Now, this is, I think my overall thoughts of the game are gonna be shorter than the game title, but yeah, I picked this up a few weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago at Best Buy. It was really cheap. It was $10. And the thing that led me to pick this game up is first, it's developed by WayForward, which is one of my favorite developers. I think they're one of the most underrated developers out there. And there's a certain, quality type of touch in their titles. They always feel very polished, especially when they do like 2D type of graphics games. So, that really caught my attention that WayForward was developing the game. And also that this game is, in a way, a throwback to the Zelda 2 on the NES, which is a game that I never beat. Anything that resembles the Zelda formula, I think it's always worth checking out. So, and I have to say that I'm not a fan of the show. I don't have anything against the show. It's just that I never really found the time to dedicate and watch a not even a full episode. So I never watched the cartoon. But in terms of the game, I guess you don't really have to be a fan of the show. I mean, I enjoyed the humor. I enjoyed the characters, even though again I didn't know really anything about them. But so I'm sure fans of the show are gonna find more enjoyment out of this. But essentially, what this game is like an action adventure exploration game that again, it pretty much copycats what Zelda 2 for the NES was, in the sense that you have an over-the-top view type of overworld where you can go from one location to the other, and once you hit a key location, the viewpoint switches to a side-scrolling type of view in which you do like a platforming segment. The game also has, I guess, RPG elements. You can level your character up to make it stronger, stronger attacks, better defense, and improve the movement of the characters in the game. And essentially the story revolves around the Ice King, which is the bad guy in the game, stealing your garbage, and you pretty much want your garbage back. So I guess instead of him doing you a favor for taking your garbage out, you're set out to reclaim your stolen garbage. And the game is pretty simple. As I mentioned, it's really short. You can beat this game anywhere between 4 to 6 hours, depending if you get stuck in certain sections of the game. But I really like the fact that the game has a little bit of an open world type of approach. It's not fully open world in the sense that you can't necessarily go anywhere you want from the get-go. You're gonna find yourself probably you have to get some items in order to move to certain areas in the game later on. But I think the game overall it's well designed. It's very basic, very simplistic in its design, but it's fun, and it just never gets tiring in a way, because there's always something new, because the game is so short that by the time you start getting tired and sick of, say, a section of the game, you already move on to the next one. And there are different sections in the game. You start first of all in like a normal type of area with green grass or whatever, and then you move on to a mountain section. Then you move on to like an ice type of type of section in the game. So the environments are different. There's a lot of characters you meet on the way. You do have to talk to pretty much every NPC because they give you clues, and sometimes they ask you for things that are fundamental. So if you pick an item and you're not really sure to who to give it to, that's why you want to talk to everybody. So that way okay, this guy wants an item. So once you get that item, you bring it back to him, and usually what happens is that he will give you another item that would help you progress through the game. So overall, like I said, very simple game, very easy, very short. But for $10, I think it was worth picking this game up. Even though, again, I'm not a fan of the cartoon. I never watched a single episode, but it was a fun little game to just waste my time on. And I'm really glad to picked it up. Again, it's not a great game. I guess the simplicity of the game can perhaps get to you sometimes, and the graphics are nothing great. The 3D effects are very simple and minimal. So overall, it's not a high production value game, but for what it is, it was a fun little game, and I'm glad I picked it up for $10. So if you guys can find this for cheap, definitely pick this up. Even if you don't like the show, I think it's gonna be just an interesting game to play. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and thank you for watching.